I'm Kate Joel, and what happens when we marry a mouth-blistering Mexican-style hot sauce with a Batman comic minus Batman, written by a famous Spider-Man writer? Well, my friends, you get the newest installment of Comic Spice. That's right, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I am your host, Kate Joel, comic lover and hot sauce not so much lover. On today's show, we're going to be taking a closer look at Arkham Asylum, Living Hell, a book brought to us by Dan Slott, a man that most of you are probably more familiar with for his work on Spider-Man. And we're going to be marrying this comic book taste to Montezuma's Revenge, part of the Aztec line of hot sauces made with pure cayenne pepper. What's cayenne? You know, it's just that stuff in pepper spray, you know, the stuff that's supposed to disperse riots and stuff. I'm gonna put some of that in my mouth. And to go with it, I've decided to get some of my nice homemade ribs. Made these last night on the barbecue. They were really good. So with that, we're going to do up some of the rib, I'm going to eat it, I'm going to torture myself for your entertainment, and then when it's all said and done, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the comic. I was sure to take some pointers from the fans from the pilot episode. Thank you everyone who said that I need to have milk for this, except no substitution, so I have milk if shit gets really bad. And I get the feeling this might get really bad. So, alright, let's get this rib all nice and sauced up on the plate, as you can see, not messing around, getting a nice liberal coating on it there. Maybe I should pre-sauce these before I start, might save some time. Tell me in the comment section if you want me to pre-spice. So without any further ado, let's get right on into it. Tasty rib. Oh, that's hitting already. Yep, that's already there. That already hurts. So, Arkham Asylum, Living Hell is a book from Dan Slott, like I mentioned. It follows a guy named Warren White. And Warren is like a tax cheat and a big white-collar criminal. And he gets caught at the beginning of the book, and he thinks that he's going to get out of it by pretending to be crazy. So they'll send him to Arkham Asylum, which is a terrible idea. If you've ever known Arkham Asylum, it's where all of Batman's worst costume criminals go. It's absolutely awful. And as much as everyone else hates the villains inside Arkham, they really, really hate him. Oh god, that's burning my lips. They hate the shit out of this guy. In fact, the Joker and multiple other bad guys go out of their way to say that Warren is the worst person that they've ever met because he's a tax cheat and he hurts people. And this is, oh fuck me, this is Slott doing a little commentary at the time, talking about how bad this guy is, how he makes all these serial killers even think that he's shit. So he tries to get out. Warren, he tries to game the system by using his money and his power. But it runs into a major snag because a psychiatrist. Is it really a psychiatrist? It's just getting hotter and hotter. It's Jane Doe, who's another Batman villain who her deal is she steals people's faces. And she was only impersonating a psychiatrist, right? So everything he tried to do to get out of it isn't gonna work. In fact, she lost a bunch of his paperwork because Batman comes in and stops her. One of the few times we actually see Batman in the book. He's in it very sparingly, because it's not really about Batman. It's about Arkham, but it's more than about just the inmates even. Oh god, I'm getting itchy now. Oh god, is it normal to get itchy? It's not even about him. It's about all the people who work at Arkham. It's like it's like a workplace drama, so we actually get to know a lot about the people who work there. Mainly Cole Cash, who's the head of security. He's a guard. He's a guard you probably remember if you ever played the Arkham games. He's that guy with one hand. In fact, this book kind of tells the origin of how he lost that one hand. How he lost the one hand to Killer Croc. And how he wanted to quit and how he was done. And Dr. Arkham only got him back to work in the hospital because he promised him if he came back that he could basically abuse the prisoners. And that's what he does. No one's a good person in this book. Everyone's actually really shitty. But as bad as the people are, the zombies and the ghosts are way worse, because of course, Arkham is haunted. I need the milk. I need the milk, I'm sorry. Oh god. Right, so Arkham is haunted. That's doing a little better. Arkham is haunted, and we know it's haunted because Jason Blood and Etrigan the Demon get involved in this, because apparently a long time ago in like Victorian days, they banished a bunch of bad guys there, a bunch of evil spirits, because that's what they thought when you were crazy back in the day. You were possessed, you were hearing voices, you were hearing the voices of the devil. And the devil guys possessed Doodlebug, who's this really lame, really D-list Batman villain who does graffiti and draws on shit. He's like an art criminal. Only he starts drawing like all these evil pentagrams and shit to summon the demons. And it's really bad, right? And Satan comes up and they defeat the security and they defeat Etrigan. And in the end, the only person who can actually help him in this situation is Warren. Because he's such a sleazeball and he's such a wheeler and dealer, he actually manages to make a deal with Satan himself to essentially save the hospital. But Warren isn't Warren anymore. He got locked in a freezer during the big crazy riot that was happening. And his nose and his ears and all this other shit, he lost it to frostbite. And it was really bad. So after that happened, he was no longer Warren White. He dubbed himself Great White because he kind of looked like a great white shark and he was already kind of like a financial shark, so it makes sense. And so from the beginning of the story to the end of the story, we see this dude transform and change from being like the new fish to being a literal aquatic themed bad guy. And you know, he was having a bad time at Arkham. Now he runs it. Now he's just like, he's just a normal guy. He's just like one of the prisoners now. And it's like a whole story about the corrupting nature of Arkham and how anyone who goes there, it's like they have a demon in them because it's a living hell. It's right there in the title. So that's Arkham Asylum Living Hell. I thought it was really cool. I'm a big fan of Arkham related stories. I think this was a good one. Oh, got my lips. I would give it 4 fireballs for the story. It was a pretty good story. I like that it used mostly D-list villains. Two-Face and Joker are in it, but they're not in it for long. Same with Batman, they're mostly cameos. Oh god, I'm sweating like shit over here. And the sauce, Montezuma's Vengeance, I would also give that a 4. As far as hot sauces go, that's pretty bad. Montezuma's another name for traveler's diarrhea. I don't know why all these sauces want to hurt my butthole. Ugh. So that's the video, everyone. I hope you liked it. Be sure to like, subscribe, and favorite. If you want a cool shirt like the one I'm wearing in the video, you can get one over at T-Blocks. I have a link down in the description. Get the camera off me.